everyone. I'm sure a lot of you have seen the whole market crisis that is going on in Benin, and you've seen the way tradition is being desecrated, the way people are coming in to try to install, their own tradition. And ironically, from for those people who are coming in from Lagos, especially a place where you've seen in the last few years a lot of bigotry that had been going on in terms of telling people that, oh, you cannot come and install any new thing or whatever. To the extent that recently, I'm going to just take you on a bit of a journey, just bear with me. Recently, there was a lady who is an artist who decided she was going to do some art exhibition, planned it for years using her money, and according to her, there are a lot of opportunities that she had to turn down because she's doing this thing. And when the exhibition flyer came out, she used Owambe, Owambe, because that's what she's trying to. Her art exhibition is all about something, the Lagos, social Lagos life. Come and see the opera that came out. Owambe, it is O1 Bear with an N, not an M. Started all sorts of things, reporting her to the state. There's a petition, there's even a protest. Currently, there's a protest they say they want to do called Lagos job for Lagos people, something like that. I really don't follow them with all of that shenanigans and nonsense. Because as far as I'm concerned, if your everything on life is that, oh, I am this tribe, I am that tribe, then as useless can be to human beings. If your recall of anything is what tribe you are or you are in, that's something you had no no contribution to. It's a sperm and an egg coming together and producing you, and where they produce and where you were brought up. Like I always say to people also, if for example your parents were to tell you that you were adopted, so what would then that be? So for anybody that is doing all those tribalism, I don't even have the energy to follow the whole thing. But to the extent that they started changing the O and B, spelling it with an N. Me, I said in all my years, I'm 50 something, I've never heard it spelled with an N. It is always an M. Then the people that came were insulting this lady. This lady, obviously, she's Igbo. And they were like, oh, you cannot come and change Yoruba culture to Kiniko, blah, 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 this, that. It is N. Guess what? By the time people were digging their tweets, they use M. TVC came out, that station is always something else. Came out that with their own this started writing it out with an N. People had to go and dig their old videos, YouTube videos. To say, okay, see where you put an M. So you have been spelling it as M. Everybody has been spelling it as because this lady is coming to do art exhibition. She's Igbo. She's successful. She's vocal. Now all of a sudden, you people are this. But anyway, that's by the way. The reason why I'm giving you this bracket to say for a place, then you have this woman, Tinubu's daughter, coming in all the way to Benin and trying to do some nonsense in Benin, trying to reshape the whole market. It's really causing a major problem because when it comes to market women, they are the ones who choose who their leader is going to be. For me, when I started seeing this whole thing about market women association, political, like which one is market women association? For me, I'm a market woman. I've never done any association. Maybe because my own marketing, I did it in the north. And if there was when I did my marketing, when I entered market, I think I entered the market over 20 years ago when I started selling in market. I'm not a small player, I was a big player. You understand? Started from so because I used to buy the trailer loads. In trailer load, even here in Abuja, Wuse market, I used to buy this thing, trailer load of Viju milk. I used to supply in Wuse market, Utako market, I used to supply this thing, Grand Oil and all of that. For me, I was in Doka, I was in Kaduna Central Market, that was where I did my business. Then I also did shop in Kano, around Singa, around, and then Bata market. I had shops there. I remember this market women thing. Maybe because me, I don't used to do association, I don't have time for it. So I wasn't a small player in the market. They say I bought this trailer load. Though if you go to Doka shopping complex up to today, ask of Mama Amir, the one that they will tell you, because they didn't know me as Aisha Yusuf, they just know me as Mama Amir. You understand? So I don't get this politicized. But anyway, that's by the side. The reason why I'm doing this video is to say that as far as I'm concerned, I think This whole gimmick of market is just a way of they want to remove Oba of Bini or attempt to or belittle Oba of Bini. Because I'm also seeing people who are like, oh, why is the Oba not talking? Why? Oba cannot talk. And he shouldn't talk. He has said what he has to say. And that's enough. It's not left for the people to be defiant on this thing. This whole thing, as far as I'm concerned, it's a way to remove the Oba of Benin. Because how do you even start and break the whole traditional this thing? The governors have been conquered. And did they not give 6 months suspension to Fubara? Did he not calm down? Did his body? Governors have been conquered. No, fear is in their body. How do you conquer the traditional institution? Is by going after the most, the one of the real traditional strongest that has stayed because of being looked upon with that reverence and not being politicized is the throne of the Oba of Benin. That throne of the Oba of Benin. So if you are able to show that even the throne of the Oba of Benin, you can do any nonsense you want to do with it and get away with it, so you'll conquer the whole traditional rulers, across Nigeria. And for me, I think this is what is being angled at. You will see that there's a letter that I have here, right? It says from the National Market Council of Nigeria, NAMCON, motto, uniting market leaders. They are registered, they have their registered this thing, number 7116256. It was written April 30th, 2024. And they wrote it to the Oba of Bini, His Majesty Omonedo Uku, Akpolokpolo Oba Ewuare II. He says, Your Majesty, introduction of the Edo State Iyeki elect, Pastor Mrs. Josephine Isi Ibagwezejele. I'm sure I didn't pronounce that well. Edo and Efema, our tongue, it differs in a way. So apologies for not pronouncing that well. Am I even apologizing for that? And this is what he said. He said, Your Majesty, my name is Chief Dr. Mujidat Folashade Tinubu Ojo, FCIML in bracket. I don't know what that means. The Iyaloja General of Nigeria and the first daughter of her president, definitely not my president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. And this letter was written on the 30th of April, 2024. Over a year ago, they started this nonsense. He ignored them. Can you imagine? Which one is the daughter? Who the hell cares what daughter you are? Daughter of a certificate forger. Daughter of someone who had to pay money for this thing, who had to forfeit money for drug dealing. If it's not Nigeria that is such a country where criminality is being rewarded, this kind of person should be removing that surname from her name, not using it, because it's something to be ashamed of. You're coming to tell her you are the daughter. Who the hell cares you're the daughter of what? And they put this, it says, with great sense of responsibility and utmost regard to our royal father, His Majesty, they put his name there, I humbly write to introduce Pastor Mrs. Josephine, whatever her surname is, as the Edo State Iyeki elect. Iyeki. Who will probably say Iyaki, mother of market. With the development, it's our responsibility to see to the day-to-day affairs of the traders in the state. You are sending him this thing, Edo State. Your Majesty, I humbly request for you to give your daughter every necessary backing to succeed in this great and noble assignment, as I look forward to have your fatherly blessing for her to be fruitful in her newly assigned role. The palace ignored this letter. Let me remove my glasses myself. The palace ignored this letter. It's over a year ago. And now, they now carry themselves. They came to the market. They actually went to the palace. And the Oba said to them, this is strange to us, so we don't know it. It is Iyeki we have. And no one Iyeki, there's something like Iyeki General. It's one Iyeki to every market. Every market is independent in its way. And from some of the explanation we've seen, they say it comes with a spiritual working. It's always attached with you, but there are certain spiritual, traditional things that they do. You cannot say you are a pastor Eh? Then they say you come and do this traditional thing. You say you can't do it. You are worshiping your own God. Nobody stops you from worshiping your own God. You worship your own God. They will worship their own God. It is freedom of religion. Or you cannot say you are a Muslim. You cannot do it. Yeah. Me now, I cannot be here. You understand? Because I'm a Muslim, I cannot bow to any other deity. I cannot do any sacrificial work. I cannot do it. So I have no business. The people who have business doing iyeki, that can do those sacrifices or whatever it is that they want to do, how they want to do it, they have every right. The way me, as a Muslim, I have every right to worship. The way you, if you're a Christian, you have every right to worship. It's the same way that they have every right to worship their own traditional religion. Nobody takes that away from anybody. He said he didn't understand this. Then you now come and install. And I see people who are talking and whatever. And you know the fact is that the kind of governor that you people went to install there. Because Edo State are at fault at this whole thing. We were talking about competence. There's no how Akpata is in office and this nonsense will be happening. It wouldn't. You saw someone who has no ambition, who shouldn't have been here, who for him being a governor is the bus stop. So what the bus stop means is that this is the end. He knows he cannot go further than, except of course it's the nonsense we are being want to carry. So he will do anything to the people who have brought it here. He will sell Edo State. After all, he bought Edo State. Now, did he not buy? He was sharing money. People were paying, buying, selling their votes. The PDP did the same thing. People are like, this is the result. So what at the end of the day, before you know what's happening, they will not say that, oh, they've removed those state governor, Oba of, they've removed Oba of Bini, and it will stay. Because politically, constitutionally and everything, the law, the governor is the one they put and remove. See what happened in Kano State. As big as Kano State is, as sacred as Kano State emirship tussle was, they removed it. Cut it into different parts. That's the same thing. It's now, when another governor now came in, they installed Sanusi. The other one say he's still there. Now you cannot say have two emirs. Those are the kind of things that they want to do to show you that they will break that institution. So I beg, Edo Oba of Bini, he has no business in this. It's the people of Edo, people of Bini that have business with this. You can decide not to obey this nonsense. When they come to collect money or if you don't know her, ignore the whole thing. Let it be let her be dealing with the Oba. Sorry, let her be dealing with the governor. Not with you. You have no business with her. They come, you ignore them. And this has to be, there has to be a unity. Whether the agbero, so when we say now they use it, they carry on and come and say, man, I'm going to be people. When I got to get sense, so for this one way with this, so if an alive man not get sense, they go check on and do people. Tomorrow, when I be saying I be agbero for there, now be saying now they take do now be the area boys now they will carry people for Lagos come stand for now. And now market women they take start now. Later they will carry person from Lagos, they will carry a come, they go appoint their computer for our head. As soon as this one a matter where everybody go stand up talk, everybody go stand up say this one be something that say now they live for Oba Bini, say wetin happen. Now Oba go come dey talk, wetin e get people for? Because you know say that Bini this thing now traditional seat, e get people wey don dey eye am, and those people wey be say they wan conquer. Now where they look for Bini? So all this how they do market. Now Oba of Bini own na they look for. Na so me see am o. Na as I see am so now I talk. I no put water for my mouth. I talk am. Thank you.